For decades, we've been told that walking is the ultimate exercise for aging well. But what if I told you that walking too much, without the right balance of other movements, could actually be working against you? Yes, walking is a great way to stay active, but if it's your only form of exercise, you could be making a big mistake. As you age, your body needs more than just steps. It needs strength, flexibility, balance, and joint support. Relying only on walking can lead to weaker muscles, joint stress, slower reflexes, and even an increased risk of falls. In other words, you could be accelerating the very problems you're trying to avoid. That's why doctors are now urging older adults to shift their focus. Instead of just walking more, you should be prioritizing 5 key movements that keep your body strong, steady, and pain-free. These aren't complicated, and they don't require a gym, but they could transform your mobility, protect your bones, and even add years to your life. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 most important things you should be doing instead of just walking. And make sure you stick around until the end, because the last one is a game changer that almost no one talks about, yet it plays a crucial role in how strong and independent you stay in your later years. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. If you find this helpful, type strong in the comments. If you're unsure or have questions, type help. I read every comment and want to make the best content for you. Now, let's get started. 1. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. Walking is a great way to stay mobile, but if it's the only thing you're doing, you could be setting yourself up for muscle loss. After 70, sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, becomes one of the biggest threats to independence. The problem is that walking alone doesn't do much to build muscle. It primarily engages the lower body, and even then, it doesn't provide the kind of resistance your muscles need to stay strong. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, strength training should be a top priority because it directly counteracts muscle loss, improves balance, and keeps you strong enough to avoid injuries and falls. If you can still carry a heavy grocery bag without struggling, stand up from a chair without using your hands, or open a tight jar with ease, that's a great sign that your muscles are still working well. But if you've noticed that these simple tasks feel harder than they used to, it's likely because your muscles are gradually weakening, even if you don't realize it. And the reality is, if you don't actively work to maintain your strength, your body will start losing it. Take someone like Robert, 74. He walked every day, thinking that was enough to keep him healthy. But one day, he noticed he was struggling to lift a box that used to feel light. He also realized that standing up from the couch felt more difficult than before. At first, he blamed it on aging. But then his doctor explained that muscle loss wasn't just something that happened, it was something that happened faster if you didn't challenge your muscles. So, he started adding basic strength exercises into his routine, light resistance bands, bodyweight squats, and simple dumbbell movements. Within a few months, he noticed a huge difference. He felt stronger, more stable, and even had more energy throughout the day. Strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. It can be as simple as using resistance bands, doing bodyweight exercises like squats or push-ups against a counter, or even lifting household objects. The key is progressive resistance, challenging your muscles just enough to keep them active and engaged. And the benefits go far beyond just strength. Studies show that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to longer life expectancy, better mobility, and even improved brain health. If you want to test where your strength is at right now, try this: sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If you can do this easily, that's a great sign. If you struggle, it may be time to start focusing on rebuilding your strength. And the good news? It's never too late. Strength training can reverse muscle loss, improve balance, and keep you independent for years to come. So if you're someone who still relies only on walking for exercise, consider this your wake-up call. Muscle is the key to longevity, and after 70, it's one of the most important things you can protect. 2. Protect your joints with low-impact movements. Walking is a great way to stay active, but if it's your only form of movement, it can start putting unnecessary strain on your joints, especially after 70. As we age, cartilage wears down, joint fluid decreases, and shock absorption becomes less efficient. This is why many seniors begin to experience stiff knees, aching hips, or discomfort in their feet, even if they've been active their entire lives. The problem isn't necessarily the walking itself, it's that walking alone doesn't provide the joint support your body needs. Many people assume joint pain is just a natural part of aging, but in reality, stiffness and discomfort happen faster when you aren't actively protecting your joints. Walking can sometimes make this worse because it involves repetitive impact on the same joints over and over again. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, you need to walk less and focus more on low-impact movements that strengthen and protect your joints. Think about the last time you finished a long walk. Did you feel energized and pain-free, or did you notice aching joints, stiffness, or a lingering sense of discomfort? If walking leaves you feeling sore, it may be a sign that your joints aren't getting the support they need. This is exactly what happened to someone like Raymond, 77. He was walking daily, thinking it was the best thing for his health. But over time, his knees started feeling stiff, and his lower back began to ache. His doctor explained that he needed to reduce the repetitive impact on his joints and start incorporating low-impact movements instead. He began doing gentle swimming, cycling, and flexibility-focused exercises, and within a few weeks, his pain decreased significantly, without having to give up movement altogether. Joint-friendly movements include activities like water exercises, cycling, tai chi, or even simple chair-based stretches. These activities help increase blood flow to the joints, improve lubrication, and strengthen the surrounding muscles, without putting excessive stress on sensitive areas. And the benefits go beyond just pain relief. Protecting your joints now ensures better mobility, less stiffness, and greater ease of movement for years to come. If you want to test how your joints are doing, try this: sit in a chair and slowly stand up without using your hands. Notice how your knees and hips feel. Do they move smoothly, or do they feel stiff and achy? If there's any discomfort, that's your body telling you that your joints need more care, and switching to low-impact movements could make all the difference. Maintaining strong, healthy joints is about more than just avoiding pain, it's about preserving mobility, protecting your independence, and ensuring that every step you take feels effortless rather than painful. If you've been focusing only on walking, it's time to prioritize your joint health and start incorporating movements that help rather than harm. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. 3. Core and posture exercises to protect your spine. Walking may keep your legs in motion, but it doesn't do much for your core strength or posture, and these are two things that become critical after 70. A strong core isn't just about having toned abs, it's about maintaining stability, preventing back pain, and ensuring that your spine stays aligned as you move. If your core is weak, you may start experiencing lower back discomfort, balance problems, or a tendency to hunch forward when walking, all of which can increase your risk of falls and joint strain over time. Most people don't realize how important postural strength is until they start feeling aches and pains that weren't there before. If you've noticed that you're slouching more, feeling stiffness in your lower back, or having trouble standing upright for long periods, that's a sign that your core muscles aren't doing their job. Walking alone doesn't fully engage the deep stabilizing muscles in your abdomen and lower back, which is why doctors emphasize that after 70, core and posture exercises should become a priority. Consider someone like Harold, 75. He was always active, but over the years, he noticed his shoulders rounding forward and his lower back feeling more strained. Even though he walked daily, his doctor explained that poor posture was putting extra pressure on his spine and joints, leading to chronic stiffness and an increased risk of imbalance. So, he started incorporating gentle core activation exercises like seated pelvic tilts, standing posture resets, and abdominal bracing into his routine. Within a few weeks, he noticed less back pain, better posture, and even improved breathing capacity. Core exercises don't require a gym or any special equipment. Simple movements like standing tall against a wall, engaging your lower abs while sitting, or practicing slow, controlled rotations can activate the deep stabilizing muscles that keep your spine aligned. And the benefits go beyond just posture. A strong core means better balance, reduced joint strain, and even improved digestion, since your abdominal muscles play a role in supporting internal organs. If you want to test your core strength, try this: stand against a wall with your back flat and your head, shoulders, and hips touching the surface. Can you maintain this position comfortably, or does it feel like you have to force yourself upright? If it feels unnatural, that's a sign that your posture may need work, and the sooner you start strengthening your core, the better. Posture and core strength are essential for staying active, avoiding injuries, and maintaining a youthful appearance. If you've been relying only on walking for exercise, it's time to focus on the muscles that truly keep you upright and strong. 4. Flexibility and mobility for healthy joints. Walking may keep your legs moving, but it doesn't do much for flexibility, and that's something that becomes critically important after 70. Over time, your joints naturally stiffen, your range of motion decreases, and movements that once felt effortless can start feeling restricted. If you've ever noticed that turning your head feels tighter than before, or that bending down to tie your shoe isn't as easy as it used to be, that's a sign that your flexibility is declining. And when your mobility starts to shrink, so does your independence. The problem is that many people don't realize how important mobility is until they start losing it. Walking alone doesn't stretch the muscles fully, nor does it engage all the different movement patterns your joints need to stay functional. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, dedicating time to flexibility and mobility exercises is just as important as staying active, because it's what allows you to keep doing daily activities without discomfort or strain. Think about the last time you reached for something in the back seat of your car or tried to put on a jacket. Did it feel smooth, or did you notice stiffness? Many people ignore these small changes, thinking they're just part of aging. But what's really happening is that the muscles and connective tissues are tightening over time, reducing flexibility little by little. This is exactly what happened to someone like Walter, 78. He was still walking daily, but over time, he noticed that getting out of bed in the morning felt stiffer than before. When he reached for something on the floor, he had to bend his knees more than usual. His doctor told him that mobility loss wasn't just about getting older, it was about not using his joints to their full range of motion. So, he started incorporating gentle stretching, controlled movements, and joint exercises into his daily routine. Within weeks, he felt looser, more comfortable, and even noticed an improvement in his posture. Flexibility exercises don't mean sitting down and touching your toes for 10 seconds. Dynamic stretches, controlled rotations, and gentle yoga-inspired movements can make a world of difference. Simple activities like neck rotations, shoulder rolls, knee-to-chest stretches, or ankle circles help keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. And the benefits go far beyond just feeling less stiff. Greater flexibility means fewer aches and pains, better circulation, improved posture, and even a lower risk of falls. If you want to test your flexibility, try this: stand up straight and slowly turn your head as far as you can to one side, then the other. Does it feel smooth, or do you feel tightness? If you notice restrictions, it's a sign that your flexibility is decreasing, and now is the time to do something about it. Mobility loss is not inevitable. With just a few minutes a day of focused stretching, you can keep your body feeling younger, more mobile, and pain-free for years to come. So if walking is your main form of exercise, it's time to start focusing on flexibility too. Keeping your joints loose and your movement smooth is one of the most important things you can do to stay active and independent after 70. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. 5. Improve balance and stability to prevent falls. Most people assume that as long as they stay active, their balance will remain strong. But here's the truth: walking alone isn't enough to prevent falls. In fact, many older adults don't realize their balance is slipping until they experience a near fall that shakes their confidence. After 70, maintaining balance and stability becomes just as important as keeping your legs strong. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injuries in older adults, and they don't always happen due to muscle weakness. Poor balance is often the real culprit. If you're not actively working to improve your balance, you could be unknowingly increasing your risk of a sudden, dangerous fall. Think about the last time you stood on one foot while putting on a shoe or reached up to grab something from a high shelf. Did you feel steady, or did you have to grab onto something? Balance isn't something that stays strong on its own, it fades over time unless you train it. Walking doesn't engage the smaller stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core the way balance-focused exercises do. And when your balance weakens, even a minor misstep can lead to a fall that takes months, or even years, to recover from. That's exactly what happened to Edward, 76, who had always been active. One afternoon, he stepped off a curb and felt his foot land awkwardly. Before he knew it, his body wobbled, and he barely caught himself before falling. That moment was a wake-up call. His balance wasn't what it used to be. After talking to his doctor, he began practicing simple balance exercises like standing on one foot, shifting his weight from side to side, and walking heel to toe in a straight line. Within weeks, he noticed a huge improvement. His steps felt steadier, his movements more controlled, and his confidence returned. The best part? Balance training is simple and requires no special equipment. Just a few minutes a day of targeted exercises can dramatically improve your stability. Try standing on one foot, walking in a straight line heel to toe, or shifting your weight in slow, controlled movements. These small habits can make a big difference in how steady and secure you feel. And the benefits don't stop at fall prevention. Better balance means better posture, faster reflexes, and smoother coordination, helping every movement feel more natural and effortless. Want to test your balance? Try this: stand near a counter for support and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold steady for 10 seconds? If it feels easy, that's a great sign. If you struggle, it's a clear indicator that your balance needs attention, and the sooner you start working on it, the better. Balance is something you don't think about until it's too late. But training it now can keep you strong, steady, and independent for years to come. So if you've been focusing only on walking, it's time to step up and train your body to stay balanced. Because staying active isn't just about movement, it's about moving with confidence. As we wrap up, take a moment to consider what we've discussed. If you've been relying solely on walking to stay active, now you know that your body needs more than just steps to maintain strength, stability, and flexibility. After 70, your focus should shift to building muscle, enhancing balance, increasing flexibility, and protecting your joints. These key areas are what truly help you stay mobile, confident, and independent as the years go by. Aging doesn't mean losing control of your body, it means making smart choices to keep it working for you. No matter where you are today, you have the power to improve, regain strength, and feel better than you have in years with the right approach. But the key is taking action now. Strength, balance, and mobility don't fade overnight, it's a slow process. And that means you have time to make changes and reverse the effects before they take a toll on your independence. So, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 areas do you feel you need to work on the most? Have you noticed changes in your balance, strength, or flexibility? Let me know in the comments. I read every response and love hearing how you're applying these tips to your life. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from it. Your support allows us to continue bringing you valuable health insights. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, keep moving, and take control of your health. See you in the next video.